Welcome dear students. This is an introductory video to the interdisciplinary elective course offered for the PG students doing social science courses. The course is titled Fundamentals of Corporate Law, and let me explain the course objectives. This course is designed to enable the students to appreciate the various business models and their features. The course is also intended to help the students to understand the basic law governing companies. Companies are the most popular form of business model. So this course will help you to understand the basic laws governing the companies, and it will also help you to understand the governance processes in companies. What are the different ways in which decisions are taken in a company, and what are the stakeholders involved in the process. All these things will be detailed, and the course is also intended to help the students in understanding and analyzing the regulatory requirements, the funding options that are available for different types of companies. The course is designed in this manner. It has got 5 modules. In the first module, you will be introduced to the various business models and their features. In the second module, the governance pattern followed in companies, the organs of a company, and the structure of governance in a company will be dealt with in detail. And in the third module, the practices that are involved, the business practices that are involved in companies, the various contracts that are entered into by a company, and also the various methods to which capital is raised will also be dealt with in detail. In the fourth module, you will be introduced to the startups, the small and medium enterprises, and the funding options. And in the fifth module, you will be introduced to different types of corporate restructuring and also the corporate insolvency resolution process. So in the first module, different business models will be discussed. We have different models like companies, partnerships, limited liability partnerships, proprietorships, etc. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of each of the business model? That will be dealt in detail. Second one is focusing entirely on the companies as such. The third one includes the practical aspects that are involved in doing business, what are the contracts that are entered into, and also the various methods to which capital is being raised. Fourth module again deals in detail with the startups, the small and medium enterprises, and the funding options available. And the last one is again corporate restructuring, that is which includes mergers, amalgamations, acquisitions, etc. And finally, the corporate insolvency resolution process, that is the mechanisms that are available for rescuing a company in financial distress. So this is in nutshell a detail about the course structure. And the outcome of the course would be, after doing the course, the students will be able to understand the various business models, their advantages and disadvantages. The business models include companies, partnerships, limited liability partnerships, proprietorships, etc. So the advantages and disadvantages will be discussed, and the students will be able to understand and analyze the advantages and disadvantages of each of the business model. And the students will also be able to appraise the legal framework governing companies, how the companies are being governed, what are the laws that are applicable to companies, and the students will be able to critically analyze the governance structures which are there. The course will also help the students to understand various sources of raising capital. We have different ways of raising capital, which include public issue of shares, private placement. So all these methods will be discussed. The rules governing the raising of capital will be discussed in detail. The students will also be able to appraise the life cycle of companies. The company will be going through different growth stages. We have the incorporation stage, we have the growth stage, and finally we have the decline stage. So the governance stages which a company goes through and the corporate restructuring process will be dealt in detail, and the student will be able to appraise the processes and the governance structures that are involved. And finally, the student will also be able to analyze the corporate rescue mechanism which is provided under law, which is mainly provided under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. That is a mechanism for reviving a company in distress. So this is all about the course outcome of the paper Fundamentals of Corporate Law. Thank you.